painting today. How is everybody doing? Wait for Tommy to click on. We're episode 9 today. I think that's her. This table's a little long. There she is.
Hi.
Hi. Hola, how are you?
Sorry, I was just having a little crisis with the kids.
All good.
Johnny was like, before you get on, can you please put the sheet on my bed? No, like, just gonna have to wait a second. Hi, Eva.
Tell everybody I got paint clothes on.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Please go out and celebrate your local restaurants, because Lord knows they've been suffering. It's time to eat some Mexican night, y'all. Every night in this house.
I love Mexican food. I have supported the restaurant so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, even before I got pregnant, I was like, pretty much the heaviest I've ever been. That's fine.
You're like, no. So thanks everybody for joining. If you're watching on the replay or YouTube, thanks for joining us. We're excited that you're here. Wait, click on. We have animals.
I'm like, the kids are being crazy, and so he's barking.
So that's what it's about. Real talk.
Yeah. I can't, well, I mean, on a side note, I can't believe it's May.
I know, right?
Yeah. Like, this time for this year has just flown. It's interesting.
Real talk with Tommy and Tanya. That's where we're at.
So what do we want to talk about? So what we talked about, or how we ended last time, was energetic boundaries, and when like you're feeling others, and that, oh my gosh, my kids are so loud today. I'm just sorry. And then I know we want to talk about something not new that's come up, but just we're going to be seeing it more and more. I don't know, what do you want to start with?
And I think that start with that everything is energy. We are infinite energy. I saw this. I know you guys can be like, Tanya, you're doing that. I saw this TikTok. I know. But I think it's a real too on Insta. But they took crystals and put it in water and put it in the freezer and showed the difference on how the water froze with the crystal in it. So everything has a vibration.
Everything.
I had a dream last night that's going to step into what we're going to talk about. You know how, and I actually talked about this, Tommy knows, in level 3. Everybody's talking about raising your vibration. Everybody hears that. So they think this. We're going to go higher. We're going to raise, right? Well, last night, it was right when I started falling asleep. And I was in this area, and I had a little crystal being next to me, and they kept saying, raise your vibration. And I was moving, and they're like, they can't see you yet. They can't see you. And it was this way. It wasn't this way. It was here. And I could see the crystal being that I guess was me. I don't know. It was really weird, but this is the point of the story. And goes, raise your vibration so you can be seen. Raise your vibration so you can be seen. And Spirit had said to me this morning, talking about clarity. When we talk about raising our vibrations, it's clarity, being able to see, not in a motion moving up. It's you begin to see more when you're less dense. Yeah. So I want you, Spirit saying, think of moving vibration is become clarity and less dense with vibrations. And Tommy and I have so, you know, she came, you know, Tommy came into my world on, you know, 2019, and she had her own journey
Actually,
before
18.
that. To me?
Yeah, the end of 2018. For I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. My show. That's right. And she was already doing, you know, her own healing journey, and I had been, as you guys know, teaching Rainbow, and now I'm doing many different levels. And you know, I want to say this to this point. Sometimes we all have, I think it came in last night during level 1, we all have a feeling that we have a purpose in this life. Well, it was fascinating. The channel that came through last night was, you don't have a purpose because it's your plan. So don't think of it as something outside of you that you're trying to create. It is your purpose, and it is something you've created. Like, this is something you want to do, but we put so much, I have a plan, or I have a purpose, I'm supposed to be here, and it's this daunting thing when it's already within inside of you. So Tommy has taken 1, 2, and 3, now is in the 3rd, and she has, of my energy healing, sorry, and she has came into her own like TMI badass healing, like I'm just gonna call it like it is. And I don't say that with everybody, because I don't believe everybody's path is healing or to be a healer. Everybody's got unique strengths. If we were all healers, that would be boring. We'd have nobody heal. Anyway, she stepped in probably more than I've ever seen anybody step in so strong. And she has worked on quite a few people. I worked on quite a few people. We worked on quite a few people. And I was told, speaking about years, 3 years ago, two and a half, 3 years ago, and I saw a couple visions of women lining out my door for healings. And I wasn't sure why or what. And I knew that I was going to have like a team of other healers that were around, like we were going to be uniting and healing. I just wasn't sure what. And the vision would come a lot. And there's been people who have taken my course who've continued, and then people who have just decided that maybe healing wasn't their thing. And as Tommy and I have been healing, you know, separately, we have noticed within the past, couple months?
Yeah.
There's been a common theme. And, okay. And then Tommy, do you want to take it from here?
About the symptoms? Yeah. So there have been, so I'll read off some of these symptoms, right? And it hasn't been with everybody, but pretty much with women, and they're coming in. I want to say
men, but
I was just going to say, this is some with men too, because we both have worked on men as well, but it's more prevalent, I'll say, with women that we're seeing. And this is going beyond,
or that are coming to us for help.
Yeah.
Sorry. Spirit.
Yes, true. And this is going beyond, I say normal healings, right? But like, no healing I ever do is like normal, right? But there's an underlying issues, right, that are aside from like I've seen the vision, and I'm like, I don't know how to it's like aside from their energetic body, it's aside from them, it's like but we're seeing it, and it looks very similar in everyone that we're seeing this specific thing. So,
and save that, I'm going to interrupt because people are wondering where we're going with this, because I'm here. If you've been watching any of my videos before, we have you, and especially the prediction page and a lot of videos or whatever, there is a lot more than what you are getting told behind what has been going on for the past year plus. So, and especially now with this new Nell, we're going to call it, I'm going to say new Nell, there has been a lot more also going. There has been a lot of pushing with this. I don't care what side of fence you're on. And actually, I don't care. I'm going to tell you that this is what's happening, this is what we're seeing, but this is what Spirit has asked us to do.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know that you guys both, I mean, have known, because you've obviously followed us for a while, that we've been uncovering, and there's been things to uncover, that you don't always believe everything you hear and see. And that's why I've told you guys multiple times throughout my videos, and Tommy has said it too in her videos, feel, and trust yourself. And that's what we have done, because this is, I know I'm not going to speak for Tommy, but this is nothing I was planning on doing.
Yeah, same.
Let's just be clear.
Same. Yeah, it wasn't.
This is nothing.
Yeah, and really, we've been seeing it the last few months, but honestly, it's been the last couple of weeks that it's become more clear of, oh, okay, right? Like, okay, we're gonna do this. So
any of this you may be feeling, if you have recently had the nail, or any of your loved ones who has had the nail, we have noticed this.
Yeah, and I also want to say this too, because I feel strong to say it, that it doesn't matter whether you do or don't, right? Like, we all make our own decisions, what feels best for us and our family, and that's just it, right? But what's happening is it's happening, and we'll talk more about it. Even for those who have decided not to do it, they're getting effects of it as well. Just, being around. Okay, I'll get him for you in a second. Can you shut the door? In the freezer. Sorry. And here we are. So, hold on one second. I'm going to tell this in just a second.
So, and the reason I can speak for this is because it happened to me.
Yeah.
Somebody recently in my house has gotten the nail, and I was seeing, other people are getting affected, and I thought, no. And Spirit told me, TMI, to shut the fuck up. I was wrong. And then I had started spotting when I shouldn't have been. So then I was like, hold up, wait a minute. And I had to sit down and then get a healing from Tommy. And then we started channeling, because more people were coming out of the woodworks asking for our help.
Yeah. So I'll tell some of the symptoms that we have seen and or treated, I'll say. So heavy and painful periods, spotting after menopause, period or spotting beyond your normal cycle, like Tanya just said, miscarriages, extreme exhaustion, so not just fatigue, extreme exhaustion, body aches, bloody noses, a rash or itching, headaches, sore breasts, being overly emotional. Maybe I say overly emotional. What you cut out, to the point what?
Where it doesn't feel normal. Like, we're all continuing to be emotional, but when you're like, this isn't normal.
Yeah. And racing heartbeat. So those are the ones that we have, I guess, experienced or seen. There could be more, and I'm sure this list, could go on. But that's it. And going back to what Tanya was saying, that everything holds a vibration and everything is energy, and this nail is no different. And so what we have been doing is going in and
creating the energetic.
Yeah, like,
and if it comes out, it's a bonus.
Yeah, it's stabilizing. That's how I feel like it's stabilizing this in the body, and that's really it. I don't even say removing it. It's not. It's stabilizing it, and pretty much everybody is going to be experiencing this at some point. And the more that we learn about it, and it just is what it is, But we've been called to offer this because it has given relief to the people that we've worked on, and so we really just can't deny it. We can't deny, like, actually
right.
Talking about it.
And we've gotten really pushed into doing this.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to talk about trusting ourselves. It is, I will tell you firsthand, and Tommy can have her own experiences, because Spirit is bringing this up. And the reason we bring this up is there has been a lot of pushing. You must do this in order to travel. You must do this in order to do this. So everybody feels like they have been backed into a corner, and they've now and they have let something else outside of them take their power back. So if you feel called to it for you and you need to do this for yourself, then that's fine. But if you are feeling bulldozed or bullied into something, you need to step back and really begin to take your power back. And this is an example on a large scale, but this is also talking about lessons is, and I've talked about this on some of my one-on-ones and especially in the classes, that it doesn't matter if it's a teacher, a boss, you know, media, whatever it is, you're going to have the lesson repeat itself. So this is a very good lesson and indication. And are you trusting yourself, whatever this may be? This may not even be on a global scale, what's going on. This may be something personal in your life. That do you feel like you're getting bullied into things that maybe you don't want to do? Are you in a relationship because you're trapped by fear and loneliness and everything else, but you're not listening to who, you know, what you need? More importantly, I'm going to call Tommy into this. Tommy and I's mission is to always, and she even said this before I met her, and that's when I was like, oh shit, she's my soul sister, is trusting yourself. You and only you know what is good for you. And this is what's so incredibly important. And I have been an extreme advocate since I was very young. I'm not going to have the C blank C or the whoever doctor tell me something that I don't know about my own body. I live with myself. I breathe with myself. I am with myself every single day. And everyone's like, well, Tony, you had heart surgery and you had this immaculate science and everything else. When I was 16, I told them, it's time for a surgery now. Are you sure? Whatever. And I said, it's time now, because I knew I was dying. But it wasn't them telling this. It was me being an advocate for myself. Yeah. You can only be an advocate for your health, your mental health, your physical, everything.
And I want to say with this, like, science is beautiful. It is so great. And there's so many things that we've learned. And we're going to continue to learn, and we just know what we know right now as humans, right? And science takes us a little bit farther, but again, we only know what we know. I mean, you can go back however many years, and it was science of a certain thing, and now we know things different, right? And so that's why it's just really, and I feel like this nail, among a whole bunch of other things that Tanya's talking about, is really just also a opportunity. I'm getting really dizzy right now. An opportunity for us to sit with ourselves and be like, what is the best decision for me? It may be to get it. It may be not to get it. That's like almost beside the point, right? But it's more of what is the energy, right, that you are getting it with. Does that make sense? Like,
I want to say this because you just mentioned a thing, and Spirit just like screamed it from the freaking top. Tommy just said, science is science and it only goes so far. But guess what? Hello, you are a divine being, and this is not your first lifetime. Yeah. So I don't care what anything outside of you, you hold divine wisdom within inside of yourself that you have carried a hell of a lot longer before science.
So well, I wanted to say there's one other thing that we've seen, and I didn't put it on the list, and it literally just like went right now, is, and you can explain like with this nail, what it, like the blanket, right? The blanket and the fogginess, because I was like, oh, we're not going there yet?
We haven't even gone there. I didn't know we were going to go there.
It came in and I was like, oh, because it's one we've seen. We actually have seen it with highly intuitive, we'll just say,
cutting off your,
yeah, it cuts your connection with source, or fogs it. Like, that's what I want to say to it. Really fogs it.
Yeah. So, but we're going back, you know, science, people believe what they want to believe. But I'm going to go back to take your ass all the way from the beginning, before, when you were divine being, when you were this, and you've had multiple freaking lifetimes before this shit has showed up in front of your face. You have to tap into your inner wisdom. This is why we have this group, because this is why it's sacred oneness, because we are all sacred, we are all oneness, we are all connected, and there's a universal truth of unconditional love. And with that, say it again, uncovering of the truth. And you are it. You are living it. You are breathing it. But do not rely on something outside of yourself. You don't even have to listen to us. I want you to listen to you and to say, you know what? My bullshit meter is fucking going off.
And it's true. If what we're saying doesn't resonate, you're like, nope, perfect. If that is literally what's coming out from inside of you, we are good with that. We are good with it.
We don't care, because trust me, I don't want to talk about this message, okay? And neither did I've been getting pushed, okay? And I've been having dreams about it. The women are coming up to me asking me, how did you clear yourself after you got,
it's true.
Sneeze done. Not really. I don't know what I can call it. So I'm like, yeah, and I didn't think it was a thing. And Spirit schooled me, okay?
It is true.
And
I also want to say it is true, right? Because, and Tanya, if I overspeak, you just let me know. But with Tanya and her husband, she said, okay, like, this is your decision. You want to get it. Okay. You do you. And
bubbled.
Yeah.
Except for one didn't. And I was like, yeah, do you do
But I just want to say from the beginning, that was it, of saying like, okay, this is your body. You do that. And that really was it. And it wasn't until what happened to her, and it was so obvious, and all of that she's like, oh shit. And then we started to see, then it was almost like that was like the opening, and a whole bunch of other people came in. Yeah, and a whole bunch of other people came in with like the same things, and we would not.
People
say it again.
This is people very close to us. This is not, and that was the thing.
Yeah.
So,
and I just feel like we would be out of integrity, but it's such a hard topic to talk about because it's so charged on both sides. And so we're trying to walk this line, right, with compassion and love for both sides, right? Because regardless of whatever, it's starting to bleed together, the effects.
So anyway, so that's what we want to tell you. If you know of anybody, or if you've been affected and you want a little help, a little clearing, we're not magical workers. We're not going to say it's 100%. We are not doctors. We can say this is for own purposes only, legally. You can reach out. We'll have the stuff. We're going to do the post afterwards. And if you're like, whatever, which doctors, that's okay. We'll see. I'm not going to say I won't see you.
There's some truth in that. I'm okay with that label.
Right? But the point of the matter, regardless of this whole shit, okay? Spirit will always school you, because I got schooled, so you're going to get schooled. No matter if it's this or 10 years or relationships or job or whatever, Spirit's got your back. They're going to put you in the right situation. You got to listen to them, and you got to listen to
That's the number one thing. We even talked about it last time, and it's just a theme, and I say it's the simple and like hardest, right? Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself.
And when you're wrong, Spirit will school you.
All right. Well, we have 5 minutes left. So I can't see comments. Maybe nobody's chatting today. Maybe everybody's like, no.
What the heck?
No.
And I keep bouncing the table, so it's like, hey.
No.
So like, get that
we are not a part of this conversation. Yeah.
And I'll say
Michelle,
you've been watching.
Michelle just said her dad did it, but the rest didn't. And you'll not everybody is going to be affected. That's the thing too, right? But there's just been too many for it to just be a coincidence.
Yep, and you'll know.
Yep.
You'll know. And it's and the whole point was, I thought, I was good, and like I said, and Spirit's like, and shut up, but trust yourself. You got to listen to your internal body clock.
Yeah.
Even when you don't want to. Like this. we were having.
I mean, you're talking about, I mean, this is a little side, I'll just say before we go, but like you say, like if you ignore yourself, you will get schooled. I literally can think of like 3 examples this week that I even got schooled. Even last night with the damn chicken. I was like, okay, I swear I'm gonna listen to myself.
I know how many times that, and we like don't listen to ourselves. We're like, shit. Listen. I know the other day I wanted I was going to Panera, right? And I was like, I wanted the broccoli cheese soup. Because I mean, if anybody feels me, you know the broccoli cheese is like a bomb, right? I was like, broccoli cheddar. Spirit's like, salad. I was like, broccoli cheddar. They're like, salad. I was like, fuck. These are the conversations Tanya has in Spirit. Anybody else? But hey, speaking of clearing, Tommy's got 2 spots left, you guys. She's almost booked. It's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. And the cutoff is tomorrow at noon to sign up. So.
Okay. You guys are feeling called to some deep, sacred womb healing. You don't have to just have wombs. The whole space of the sexual energies, if you guys are getting called to that, definitely check that out. Next thing, thank you. If you guys know anybody who would benefit from this group that's on Facebook, YouTube, Adam, we don't add people to this group. This is like, hey, these people are talking about some real things that are super uncomfortable and awkward and make you want to, you know, swivel around in your chair. Because if you aren't squilling and it isn't making you uncomfortable, there's truth there. Like, so yes, if you guys know anybody, definitely add people to this group. It is a sacred space. It's time for you just kind of, as much as we can, use different language and switch so we don't get the whole censored barred action. It's always fun. It's always exciting. It's always entertaining. We love it when you join us on Wednesdays. And next Wednesday, right?
Next Wednesday.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Go eat a taco for me.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
All right.
Bye.
Guys. Bye.